Hello, dear students. Let's see one more example of FA to RE using state elimination method. State elimination method. Q1 is the initial state and Q2 is the final state here. Now, clearly, initial state Q1 is having an incoming transition, you can see over here in the form of B, and incoming transition in the form of C. So we will add a new initial state, let's say QS, and labeled with epsilon transition to Q1, and all other transitions of Q1 as defined will stay as they are. Okay. Now Q2 is the final state, but clearly Q2 has an outgoing edge in the form of B, and we want that in our FA the final state should not have any outgoing transition. So we will add a new state Q3, which will be labeled as final state. Okay. And we will add an epsilon transition, but all other transitions of Q2 will be preserved as they were. So this is the pre-processed FA. Now let us eliminate states one after the other. You know you can eliminate states in any order, but let's eliminate Q1. Now if you eliminate Q1, then what are the various paths that can be taken through Q1? First path is you can go from QS to Q2. Yeah, this path was from Q1, isn't it? Q1 will take you to Q2. Now you are deleting this Q1, and that's the only path from QS. At least from QS, that's the only path that will take you to Q2. Now if you are deleting Q1, then what is the regular expression coming in the way? Check that you are going to sacrifice this loop because Q1 is going to get deleted, and this loop is nothing but loop on C. This can be written as C star, which is nothing but 0 or more C's. And listen, from QS to Q2, you have C star followed by A. Clearly observe, followed by A. This will take you to Q2. What that means is that if you are deleting Q1, then from QS you can go to Q2 using a single hop or jump by using a regular expression C star A. But wait, it is not so easy this time. It's not so easy. Look, you are deleting Q1, correct? Is there any other path going via Q1? One path was from QS to Q2. Is there any other path? Yes, there is a path from Q2 to Q2 itself, which goes through Q1. Listen again. There is a path from Q2 to Q2 itself. I will draw that section over here. Q1 has a loop on C, correct? And then there is a path from Q1 to Q2, correct? Q2 has a loop on D, and Q2 has a path to Q1 on B. Now you tell me, isn't this path going from Q2 to Q1 and coming back to Q2? Yes, of course. And hello, you are going to delete Q1. Then you must talk about this path. How will you see this path? Check that this path is from Q2 to Q2. So let's begin from Q2. Q2 takes B and goes to Q1. Listen carefully. Q2 takes B and goes to Q1. Then once you are in Q1, you can use this loop any number of times. This is nothing but C star. So you can remain in Q1 for a while. And from Q1, you can go to Q2. Again, back to Q2. This was the path we were talking about, Q2 to Q2. And that will be single A. Correct or not? A. Check. This is B. First B followed by C star followed by A. I hope you understand. This regular expression talks about the path Q2 to Q2 which goes through Q1. But then where are we going to write this regular expression? Notice this regular expression will be written for Q2 itself. Please try to understand this point. This path was from Q2 to Q2 itself. So there is a loop for Q2 now after ignoring Q1. And of course, this loop for Q2 given in the original FA, which was D, is still there, is still there. Please don't get confused. I mean, why did we write C star A on this path? And why didn't we write a loop for this also? Because we wrote C star A from QS to Q2 because that was the path which will give us this regular expression. QS to Q2 was C star A. I hope you are understanding. So what is the FA? I will redraw the FA that we have got after eliminating Q1. We got C star A on the path from QS to Q1. There is a loop on D and there is a loop on B C star A. Now there is still a state epsilon and Q2 is the final state. I think so. Sorry, this state is Q2. I am so sorry. We have eliminated Q1 and Q3 is the final state. Yes, just check this. We have eliminated Q1, so Q2 is still there and Q3 is still there. Okay, time to delete Q2 because after all we want only QS to Q3. So what comes in the way as a regular expression? Clearly C star A. C star A will take us to Q2 and now Q2 is getting deleted. So what else are we going to sacrifice if we delete Q2? We are going to sacrifice D looping, isn't it? D star. Or this is clearly or because it is either this or this. How will you write this? This is B C star A repeated. Please try to understand the point. It can't be only B C star A. Look, this is looping for B C star A. I mean, how did we write this D? How did we write this D on this particular state? D star, isn't it? D star. So how will you write B C star A? Clearly B C star A repeated, isn't it? Repeated. And what's there before this? Before this, there is a concatenation with C star A. C star A concatenated with either D star or B C star A, the star, that is closure of B C star A, and that takes us to Q3. So finally we have QS, our initial state, and QS to Q3, new final state that we added. We have the regular expression C star A, D star, or B C star A, closure of this. This is the regular expression. Of course, you can write this regular expression as follows also. C star A, okay, then D plus B C star A, closure, closure. Because anyway, there is a or over here using plus, there is a or, and both quantities of or are having closure on them. So you can write or once for both the quantities and then you can find closure of the entire quantity. Even this regular expression is acceptable. That's it for this video. Thank you very much.